Hello, it's time for the wrestling news, so let's get into it. We've got some news on Devon Dudley. Devon Dudley has left the WWE as of last night. He tweeted a standard generic professional tweet saying goodbye, so on and so on. Now, people shouldn't look too deeply into this one. I don't believe this is anything to do with Vince. If you remember a few weeks ago, Devon was not allowed to do an ECW tribute show. So I believe it's something to do with that. Devon wants to be a bit more independent, doing things with Bully in these indie shows, these tribute shows, and he just wants to show his support to them, basically, is what I believe. So Devon Dudley left the WWE from the producer role. 99% absolutely nothing to do with Vince McMahon. Speaking of Vince McMahon, as some of you will know, he was accused of sexual assault. I don't like saying the R word, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Sexual assault of a referee in 1986. He's paid that referee off a multi-million-dollar settlement. Rita Chatterton. He has paid her millions to end that, basically, which tells you that if he didn't do it, he wouldn't be paying her millions and millions and millions. So it looks like he did it, I guess, and that makes Vince McMahon a very, 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 very bad person. But that's enough of the Vince news now. Now onto the main news. The Jay Briscoe tribute show was cancelled by Warner Brothers Discovery. It was AEW wanted to do it on Dynamite, but they wasn't allowed, and it moved to a Ring of Honor pre-tape, which is going to be aired I don't know when, because they don't have a TV deal for Ring of Honor. It could be airing at the next pay-per-view, I'm not sure. But Warner Discovery cancelled, and I use cancelled not in the cancellation of a TV show, cancelled as in the culture kind. So they stopped it airing due to some comments he made about 13 years ago that may have been homophobic. Now, I've not seen these comments myself because I don't need to. It's sort of irrelevant, because he's apologised for him. I mean, he's done that multiple times, and people can change. But apparently, according to Warner Media and the virgins you see online with ridiculousness in their bios, he is cancelled after death and not allowed a tribute show or anything, because I wouldn't say fan backlash. You can't even call them fans. Troll backlash is what I'd use that phrase for. Now, a few people have made some good points that Dana White is still allowed on there, even though he beat his wife, and Ezra Miller, we all know what he's done. But Jay Briscoe, no, cancelled. So, what do I think of this? I think cancel culture is destroying our society and economy globally, apart from the Middle East, because they don't allow it, and that's pretty much the only thing I sort of respect them for. They still have them rules in place. You can't just go and throw paint onto monuments and destroy paintings that have been around for generations. That's what these people are doing. So a lot of people are unhappy on the internet, and I think it's ridiculous. I do. Now, I don't like using the deceased in my videos too often at all, in fact, but I thought I'd comment on this since it's a big discussion going on at the minute. I disagree with Warner Discovery's decision completely, and I think they're a bunch of fucking idiots who need to grow some balls, because you can't just run a business based on a small minority of people who may have some outrage, when you now have a large majority of people who now have outrage. That's not how business works, you fucking idiots. And finally, Matt Cardona has filed a trademark for Zack Ryder. So this tells me he's not coming back to the WWE anytime soon. I believe he's used this trademark to try and get that cinematic match he wanted. Matt Cardona versus Zack Ryder, which I think is going to be pretty terrible. It'll be fun to watch, but in a wrestling aspect, it's not going to be very good. But yeah, I don't believe Cardona is going to be in the Royal Rumble. I don't think he's going to be coming back anytime soon if he's filing for trademarks from his WWE days. And that is all from me for now. I will be back later on with how WWE should book the Bloodline. I've got everything ready. I just need the time to film, which is hard these days. If you like what you saw, make sure to like, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.